Good day everyone. So we are from Cebu Technological University. So we are the researchers from Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in Marketing Management Department. So I'd like you to introduce my co-members. So we have here Gias Clark Christian Dave, Assister Rian, Belonio Clarice, Siniza Delphine, and truly yours, Jan Michael Pitogo. So we are conducting our research and this is our output with a research titled Post-Pandemic Global Conditions, Potential Implication of Marketing Strategy in Mcdonald Jones, Cebu City. So today, we're going to tackle about the output and recommendations with regard to this issue. So we're going to start it with the introduction. So according to Tian and Nang in 2017, McDonald's operation in the international market, the general purpose of McDonald's is to consistently increase share in the business. The focus of the business in this case is on plans for localizations and nation with the various strategies. A global brand such as McDonald's will effectively achieve global adaptations by recruiting the best people for the job. To ensure full business and customer awareness, comprehensive market research, systematic and unbiased evaluation, and preparation should go hand in hand. So under coronavirus outbreak 2019 economic and social adjustment outcomes, the new SARS-CoV-2 coronavirus is known to cause COVID-19, a readily transmissible disease that spreads from a person to person through cough, sneezing, respiratory droplets, or exhalation, according to ECDC 2020. On May 30, 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic with 1 million people in more than 188 countries leading to over 365 deaths according to Dong et al. 2020. Next is the McDonald's Philippines existing crisis response. So the current epidemic of COVID-19 affects on broader scale global and national production, process, and trade. So in McDonald's Philippines, employees have complied with these safety protocols with the recent resumption of dine-in services. Daily submission of health check forms, temperature checks before and after entering the shift, increased frequency of hand washing every 30 minutes, provision of AIMS safe care kits, including vitamins to help them take better care of their health. So that's according to Roderick 8, 2020. In order to guarantee physical distance, the number of customers inside the stores is controlled. They adhere to no mask, no entry policy before the arrival, temperature check, disinfection of hand and boots, and completion of a health check form. For dine-in customers, table service is completed. There are also counters and table shields in operation. In every shop, a dedicated safety manager is assigned to ensure that all procedures are followed. So that's according to Roderick A. 2020. So now, let's proceed to the statement of the problem. So this study will evaluate the marketing strategies of McDonald Jones Cebu City in the midst of COVID-19 pandemic condition with a view to offering recommendations for the improvement. Specifically, what is the company profile in terms of business profile, the customer profile, and behavioral. The model of this research is the STP and the 4Ps, or shall we say segmentation, targeting, and positioning, and the 4Ps, product, price, promotion, and place in post-pandemic situation. Number 3 is, what are the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of McDonald Jones in post-pandemic condition? Number 4, based on the findings of the study, what improvements of the marketing studies can be proposed? And that will be under recommendation.
Proceed now to Chapter 2, the review of related literature. Fast food chain. Restaurants are part of an industry system that provides services to people away from home, which as it moves from restaurants to food services to the hospitality industry gradually becomes more general and greater. Fast food chain restaurants develop towards the sophistication of the basic needs of man and his complex life, according to Liu et al. 2000. Filipinos were identified as food lovers by the Philippine Star, 1997. They love delicious meals. They go to luncheon of dinner buffet, servicing smorgasbords in restaurants offering a range of foods and dishes. Most importantly, these restaurants target students. They are the group of people who frequently patronize fast food restaurants that are responsible for the sudden boom in the Philippines. Fast food industry, according to Liu et al. 2019 pandemic. The World Health Organization has declared COVID-19 a pandemic as reported cases surpassed 200,000 patients and more than 8,000 deaths in over 160 countries. Italy was hit first in Europe after the initial explanation in Wuhan and China, and the effect has been enormous. The virus spread very quickly so that 2 weeks from the first cases diagnosed, 1,000 patients tested positive. 1 week later, the number of positive cases exceeded 4,600, reaching over 30,000 patients and 2,500 deaths on March 18, 2021. Marketing strategy. According to Varadarahan 2010, the marketing strategy consists of an interconnected collection of decisions that allows the firm to make critical choices about marketing activities and selected markets and segments, with the goal of developing, communicating, and delivering value to customers in return for achieving its specific financial, business, and other objectives. Framework, marketing mix. Marketing mix means a commodity, distribution, promotion, and pricing strategy for the development of conduct of exchange and achievement of target markets, according to Research-CM91 2016. A marketing mix is a mixture of various variables for a marketing decisions to be used by the company to sell its products and services. After finding the business and collecting the basic information about its next step is the course of marketing programming, which is to settle upon the instruments and approach to meet the needs of the consumers and the challenge of the competitors. Framework, Swot analysis by Albert Humphrey. Strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats are organizational forces collectively referred to as SWOT. At its finest, SWOT analysis is a method by which a community of stakeholders define external and internal performance inhibitors and enhancers. Theoretical framework, segmentation, targeting, and positioning process. Marketing is a method of generating superior value for consumers in which segmentation, targeting, and positioning, which is STP, are the main sections that show how to serve, who to serve, and how to serve, according to Cutler and Armstrong 2016. The STP approach is an integrated system, according to Lillian and Rawansny 2004, that develops and provides diversified clients with personalized and specific message, according to Elson 2004. Most notably, by differentiating their marketing mix, STP helps marketers escape head-on rivalry, according to Sheckman et al. 2010. So let's go now for the conceptual framework. The input part comprises the business profile and the profile of the customers. The overall details and marketing strategies used by the McDonald Jones Cebu City are the company profile. It identifies the vision, mission, and goals established by the management in this segment of the study. The client profile is about the data obtained from McDonald Jones Cebu City consumers and purchasers. The profiles of clients and consumers of McDonald Jones are discussed in this segment. The approach includes the company marketing strategies, which are the 4 Ps, STP, and SWOT analysis. This study aims to evaluate the pricing strategy used by McDonald Jones for price and whether it is competitive in the industry, and the rates it actually tags its products and whether customers are willing to pay for such. For product, the proponents seek to know the product offerings of McDonald Jones and assess their value, marketability, and or market demand.
Alright, right now we're going to proceed to the chapter 3 or the research methodology. So the research design. So the researchers uses quantitative and qualitative research designs since the purpose of this study aims to observe, identify, measure, and record the aspects of the marketing strategy or marketing mix of McDonald Jones Cebu City. So next is the research environment. So McDonald's Jones is located at EMSO Building, 24 Arlington Ponce Street, Osmeña Boulevard, Cebu City, Cebu. It is near Fuente Circle, a Rotonda Park with a picturesque fountain in the middle in the heart of uptown Cebu City. This is the famous circle of Fuente Osmeña, the focal point of Queen City of the South. It is said that the Rotonda, which mainly features the Osmeña fountain, was installed during the inauguration of the city's water system. So it is a 29 minutes walk and 5 minutes into ride from Cebu Technological University main campus. Just see image beside. So McDonald's Jones became progressive at is it the long way of Osmeña Boulevard, a landmark that tourist travelers shouldn't miss to pass by. It is also near beside the 5-star tallest Hotel Crown Regency in Cebu, surrounded by big businesses, malls, entertainment, and front of Department of Health Region 7 office. Next is the research respondent. So, McDonald's Jones is situated in Cebu City. So, considering the environmental condition brought by these fortuitous events, the area has been greatly affected by the pandemic and became an epicenter of COVID-19 on June 30, 2020, according to DOH Galvez to 2020. So, thus the customers are minimal and limited. One of the main respondents is the General Experience Manager of McDonald's Jones, Mr. Victor Andrew Reyes. So, McDonald's Jones is a 24 hours and 7 days a week of its current service, so which operates 4 shifts a day at 6 hours per shift. So McDonald's Jones has 612 customers based on the latest average head counts per day as of November 2020. Thus, the proponents decide to take potential respondents for a single shift considering the pandemic condition. Using Sloven's formula with a margin of error of 5 and having an ideal sample size of 612 per day, the researchers were able to work with a sample size of 153. So, research respondents were based on the given authority to access McDo Lesson website, a tool that McDonald's Jones used to conduct their own survey. Thus, the proponents was able to gather emails from the said website and generate own survey tool for this study. So, the computation 153 is the number of customers of McDonald's Jones per shift, and 0.05 or part percent is the margin of error. So the researchers ended up surveying 38 potential responses. The computation beside illustrates the number of respondents to be interviewed using Sloven's formula. Next is the research instrument. As indicated in the objectives, these studies aim to determine the following: the profile of the company, the customers, the strategies for marketing mixes, the challenges internally, and McDonald's Jones exploitable opportunities. So the proponents are using quantitative and qualitative approach through their self-administered questionnaires and instructed to Google Form survey, a self-administered questionnaires that has been extracted to software. So generate to 38 customers of McDonald's Jones emails. So it is the Edmund Jerome McCarthy 1960, which is the 4-piece marketing mix model, which measures the 4 marketing mix dimensions: product, price, promotion, and place. So the procedure, the research procedure, so we have here the research used 2 sources of data collection, which are the primary data and the secondary data. So next is, so right now we are in the chapter 4 and 5. So this we're going to tackle about the interpretation and presentation of data, and the summary of findings, conclusions, and recommendation, as well as the action plan. So, the following are the findings of the study that answer statement of the problem 1.0, which is the profile of the company. So, based on the result of the survey, McDonald's Jones has established its own vision and mission statement. Their vision is una sa pamilya Pinoy, while their mission is to serve the Filipino community by providing great tasting food and the most relevant delight customer experience. McDonald's Jones Cebu already 28 years in the industry, and that was established in 1992. McDonald's Jones is a corporation type of ownership that has tremendous responsibility for the company's direction, its own functional departments, different business extension, and as well as securing its brand to the Filipino community. It was founded by Dr. George T. Young that established first McDonald's restaurant in Moraita, Manila, Philippines in 1981. For the annual revenue, McDonald's Jones proponents have shared their annual revenue for the variety of products run around an estimated of 27 million per year for the past 5 years. So for the customer profile that answers a statement of the problem 1.1.2, gender. Most of the buyers who bought McDonald's product were both male and female, constituting 50% each of the total survey respondents. So the customer profile of 38 buyers was identified in terms of requiring those of the survey. So 50% of each. So the age, majority of respondents were ages from 19 to 26, which consisted 81.6% of the whole respondents. Nationality, all of the buyers of the McDonald's Jones during lockdown are Filipinos. Civil status, most of our respondents are single, so constituting 97.4% of the total survey respondents, and 2.6% are married. Number 5, occupation, majority of the respondents are working professionals. So that is 16 out of 38, and some are students and minimum wage earners that has both 9 or 23.7%. There are also unemployed, there are 3 or 7.9%, and 1 is self-employed or 2.6%. 6 is income. Since most of the respondents are working professionals and minimum wage earners, 5.3 earns around 20,000 and above per month. So 2 or 5.3 earns 15,000 to 20,000 per month. 5.3% earns 10,000 to 15,000 per month, while 15 or 39.5% of them prefers not to say their income per month. So some of the respondents sustained students, which explains 13 or 34.2%, who earns around 5,000 to 10,000 pesos, and few of them are employed, which explains the 4 or 10.5% who earns below 5,000 per month. So right now we're going to proceed into the statement of problem 1.1.8 that answers the behavioral or the reasons of buying the product. First, majority of respondents buy McDonald's Jones product because of the safeness and convenience that they offers. And also, they patronize the quality of the product, brand, and TC, as indicated by a 52.6% and 34.2% rating respectively. The second one is the frequency of buying. Majority of the respondents buy McDonald's Jones goods at least every other week, as indicated by a 34.2 rating percent. Number 3, products that has the greatest sales during lockdown are chicken fillet, and mushroom pepper steak meals. So, bundle products. Number 4, budget per purchase. Majority of the respondents are willing to pay at 200 pesos above when purchasing a product, as indicated by a 44.7% or 17 respondents out of 38. Few, just 10.5% or 4 people spend 150 to 200 when purchasing. Out of 38 people, there were also 31.6% or 12 people willing to pay 100 to 150 if they buy product of McDonald's Jones. And there were only 13 or 2% or 5 people are willing to pay 50 to 100 pesos. Next is the segmentation, targeting, and positioning. McDonald's Jones market segmentation is divided into 2 parts, both demographic and behavioral. The business proponents have segmented their market into ages 19 to 26, with a monthly income of 5,000, both male and female, dominantly working professionals and minimum wage earners, and also has a budget of 100 to 200 pesos above to purchase McDonald's Jones product. It is also the market segment that seek safeness and convenience while purchasing McDonald's product, while patronizing the company's quality product, brand, and etc. During lockdown, for market targeting, the business targets customers who are working professionals, minimum wage earners, students, as well as self-employed individuals that could provide them at a reasonable price. Customers that are located nearby Cebu City only. McDonald's Jones is positioned to provide high quality, which means despite of its high price, you can experience its high-class quality assurance, since McDonald's Jones is a world-class international food industry that serves both local and international or imported product and ensures to deliver cleanliness, high standard procedure, and as well as delivering delicious, feel-good moments that is easy to everyone as part of their international brand. I'll be presenting to you the SWOT analysis of McDonald's Jones. So as you can see on the screen, those are the following strengths of McDonald's Jones. The next one is the weaknesses of the McDonald's Jones. And the other one is the opportunities of McDonald's Jones. And the last one, but not the least, the threats of McDonald's Jones based on the findings, the data. So conclusion. So based on the analysis and findings of the survey, the researchers concluded that the lack of formulating and executing McDonald's Jones' local marketing plan contributes to the company's negative cash flow. The majority of the respondents are 19 to 26 years of age, both male and female working professionals and minimum wage earners earning a monthly income above 5,000 pesos. Additionally, all the respondents are all Filipinos. So number 3, based on the researchers' results and study, most respondents buy McDonald's Jones product because of the safeness and convenience, the assurance of well-being over patronizing the goods and quality, brand, and etc. Based on the research results and study, the company is determined to maintain the pricing structure in order to promote continuous brand image to the Filipino community. So the researchers also found out that the business provides bundled pricing strategy and psychological pricing strategy, while sharing the McDonald's Jones customers are not price sensitive. Number 6, the location of the McDonald's Jones is easy to locate and convenient on its services on the basis of the researchers' results and analysis. The company already established several marketing efforts and tactics in promoting their brand through advertisement via TV, television, radio, print media, and online media. Occasionally, the company uses direct marketing such as corporate clientele, local governments, or community events and parties. So, McDonald's Philippines is not only for-profit business, but they also establish charity programs through their Ronald McDonald House Charity or RMHC, Ronald McDonald Bigay Tulong, and Bright Mind Reads. So number 9, McDonald's Jones is a world-class international food industry, of course, that serves both local and imported products, that offers high-priced products at a high quality than other competitors. And lastly, products have no quality health benefits and subject related to health issues. So based on the findings and precise, accurate data, we, the researchers, was able to come up with the accurate and most effective and efficient action plans. So for the segmentation, McDonald's Jones must be consistent in determining their market segments as well as its important characteristics. McDonald's Jones must be efficient in exploring new market segments brought by COVID-19. Next is for the targeting. McDonald's Jones should evaluate each segment's potential attractiveness and chose the most desirable segment to be followed, thus identifying their particular target market. McDonald's Jones should target not only their neighboring businesses, but also customers that us aggressively target and concentrate on working professionals, considering into the database on the profile of the respondents. For the positioning, McDonald's Jones should develop and maintain its position to customers. This is to put consideration on the database from customers considering the global pandemic condition. McDonald's Jones should also consider lowering price under promotion at this moment to cope with the economic failure. So let's go now for the 4Ps. So for the product, McDonald's Jones should maintain its effective quality management for them to have a safe and consistent taste and overall product quality. This is to put consideration that customers are more particular into safeness and also to market more customers by promoting brand awareness in terms of how McDonald's Jones operate in these vulnerable times. For the price, McDonald's Jones should consider various pricing strategies other than bundle pricing to cater more customers in these trying times and to consider low economy. Moreover, McDonald's Jones should also lower the price structure a little more by using cost-based or economy pricing for the meantime to upkeep the business into operation while helping attracting potential customers. For the place, McDonald's Jones should maintain the environment clean at all times with the proper sanitation procedure, especially customers and employees prior entering the premises. McDonald's Jones should not disregard factors that affects ambience. They should maintain cool temperature to serve better experience as part of their brand. Also increase number of tables and chairs with a ratio is 1:1 per customer, since the demand are constantly increasing into regular purchase while helping eradicate the spread of coronavirus. And lastly, for the promotion, McDonald's Jones should maintain its platform in terms of promoting brand awareness and various means. So this is also to maintain and customer engagement. McDonald's Jones should also benchmark new marketing strategies to help dominate the market. So we are on the last part of the chapters, which is the recommendations. So based on the generated findings of the study, we the researchers was able to come up with the potential or the best recommendations that we can give to the company that would address first, of course, the company, to the McDonald Jones, future researchers, and businessmen and investors. So let's go first in the business profile. So this research serves to analyze marketing mix tactics of McDonald's Jones operating in Cebu City market. By studying the company's strategies and its marketing activities in Cebu City during lockdown, other foreign companies can evaluate their strengths and weaknesses as well as their position in the targeted market, and that they have reference to what should be done to achieve their strategic visions. The researchers recommend McDonald Jones to work and improve their local marketing departments with successful local promotional strategies to come up with each other. McDonald's Jones need to build a marketing team to establish marketing and promotional strategies that increase the value of promotional effectiveness. If this is costly, in order to improve the formulation of successful local promotional strategies, the company should outsource some of its marketing activities to professional marketing consultations. For the segmentation, the company should take into consideration in segmenting their market into the following segment categories. Customers who are female and male, who are professionals and professional worker and minimum wage earners that seek safety and convenience while buying McDonald's Jones product during lockdown, wherein they purchase it every other week with the most preferred budget of 100 to 200 pesos and felt very satisfied with their purchase. For the targeting, the company should thoroughly understand its own target market to deliver products that will be valued by the said market. Furthermore, it would be best for the company to target the market that is health conscious and very savvy towards products that are natural produced. Target market should be in line with the segmentation identified by the company and based on the observation such as male and female that is health conscious, ages from 19 to 26 with a monthly income of 5,000 and above. Moreover, considering the data gathered, it is best to target single, both male and females. In addition, based on the data gathered, the customers of McDonald's Jones belongs to the socio-economic class C, D, and E. This market earns a monthly income of class C with incomes 20,000 to 100,000 and class D and E with incomes 10,000 to 20,000 or less than 10,000 pesos. In addition, the researchers recommend not only limiting the segment to this bracket but also attempting to take the 26 and above age bracket into account, as this is also a possible segment to be more health conscious and dislikes because of their behavioral attributes. Lastly, for the positioning, the company should continue to understand its customers as well as its competitors. We recommend to maintain the experience of its high-class quality assurance, since McDonald's Jones is a world-class international food industry that serves both local and imported product and ensures to deliver cleanliness, high standard procedure, and as well as delivering feel delicious good moments that is easy to everyone as part of their international brand. The researchers recommend to strictly maintain its safeness and as well as implementation of health protocols. For the 4-piece analysis, so we able to come up with this recommendation for the product. McDonald's Jones should maintain effective total quality management process of the product to ensure that they would have a safe and consistent taste and overall product quality, taking into consideration that customers are more particular into hygiene, especially in this vulnerable situation of the country. Thus, everybody are taking care and not to become victim of any illness, especially for food poisoning. The responses of customers about the product is quite high and their expectation of it is mutual. They believe that McDonald's Jones provide high quality of the products to offer at reasonable prices. So, aside from that, McDonald's Jones should also effectively implement their product as marketing mix strategies to provide sustainable market advantage of their products. This can be achieved in multiple ways, so such as understanding the needs and wants of consumers and also by research and developments. The company has to invest in research and development as the organizational research can consider what consumers need and venture a new product that will compete and achieve from there. This will strengthen the company to come up with products that are satisfying to customers and also venturing products that has nutritional benefits, especially in the midst of pandemic. So, for further recommendation, the company engage a hyper-targeted market or segmentation of consumers while testing new products and features. The commitments of customers enhance the company in order to produce the products that the organizations need. For the pricing strategy, regarding to the company's pricing strategy, McDonald's Jones has applied appropriate programs to boost the sales of its products and gain customers' loyalty. The company's price tactic has been continuous in bundle or combo price strategy. In line with the theoretical framework, all the pricing features, including price level and discount allowance, have been partly designated based on Cebuanos consumers' salary and spending allowance. Due to these fortuitous events, we recommend that McDonald's Jones should imply adjustments with their pricing strategies into economy pricing. It is a method of pricing in which a low price is assigned to a product with decreased production costs for the meantime. McDonald's Jones should understand that they will only make a small profit just to upkeep the business and operation. So selling at a high volume is far more important when selling economy price goods than anything else during the crisis. Best way to earn profit is to put products right in front of the customers. So the researchers also recommend to improve their current psychological pricing strategy that appears significantly more affordable, such as 9.99 instead of rounding off into the nearest peso bill. So this pricing strategy will encourage consumers to purchase the company's products based on perceived affordability and help generate income daily. For the third one, the promotion under 4P's analysis, what needs to be done to maintain or raise the number of customers is to provide customers with promo prices, discounts, and freebies. Based on the findings, it shows that as many as 44.7% and 21.1% of the respondents like discounts and super value meal. McDonald's Jones must come up with more suggestions for super value meals and discounts because most customers want them. So McDonald's Jones will continue to strengthen and maintain the application of customer loyalty so that McDonald's Jones can make more customers loyal to their business. So, such as offering more promos and discounts so that customers feel happy and from the satisfaction can make these customers. So always innovate in the implementation of McDonald's Jones experiential marketing according to the times so that McDonald's can offer a good answer, since a good response will result in a consumer feeling of satisfaction and loyalty. Furthermore, the researchers recommend McDonald's Jones to make use of their cost assets that has not been utilized yet or not have been both until it was no longer served. Best example of that are their old toys, cups, umbrellas, and etc. For the Happy Meals bundles that is considered as cost, they can make use of it as a freebies to attract more customers and build loyalty. Instead of disposing those items and considered as a loss, since not all customers can go outside during pandemic, researchers also recommend that McDonald's Jones to have an extension service like takeout service to all neighboring offices, business, and houses. A personnel or crew member or members is in charge to walk by and take orders from nearby to us and take orders from them, like a home service selling. This is to an earned opportunity cost. Thus, it will help generate income to the stores. Second, promotional strategy is the researchers also recommend McDonald's Jones in conducting trade show where McDonald's company displays all their menus separately. In the first square meters is all burgers, next is all beverage, value meals, and then fries. The invitation card should be given to customers with a discount prices. The event should be hosted by McDonald's Jones guest experience leader, or shall we say marketing personals. The fourth promotional strategy that we can recommend, that the researchers recommend for McDonald's Jones, is to establish McDonald's food trucks. So taking advantage of this marketing strategy since it does not exist in the competitive market, this will benefit and give impact most especially in the neighboring municipalities and cities, places outside Cebu City. McDonald's should offer limited foods and beverage like burgers, fries, and sundae cone. The delivery truck should ask permission in parking their cars near churches during weekends or traveling their car in their target market. In this matter, the brand awareness spreads throughout from city to provinces. So, the fifth one, promotional strategy, the researchers recommend that Complete the 5-star sticker to have free medium fries or Sunday hot fudge in a minimum purchase of 200 customers should be given in one sticker in single reset. This strategy is good for customers retention. The sixth one, or lastly, the researchers recommend that every employee or crew should post in their social media account about the upcoming promos. Those crew or person who posted should be given a target about 500 likes or a maximum of 500 likes. If they accomplish it, they should be given a reward with a free chicken meal or etc. This strategy is good for customers acquisition for them to be aware about the latest promo of McDonald's Philippines. For the factors in 4Ps, which is place, there is a limitation in this research to understand how the levels of customers' satisfaction towards perceived usefulness, perceived ease of use, perceived enjoyment, and perceived control can be measured because of the limitation of the area where only McDonald's Jones is on research, where it is suggested to take a two place where one place are having using the self-serving kiosk for a long time and a place where self-service kiosks are newly being introduced. Since McDonald's Jones has adopted the new trends of innovation to make their service easier and efficient. So we, the researchers, suggest and recommend a self-ordering kiosk inside the store of McDonald's Jones to avoid long queuing of lines and purchasing orders. Most of customers are getting hurry to get their orders because they're eager to taste their favorite meals. Let customers feel the way of self-ordering system to make more decision to upgrade or customize their orders, and this would add more income. It would cost much in providing the self-serving kiosk machine and add another cost of expenses of the store, likely electricity bills and maintenance, but it is not the reason at all. We researchers always look forward for the efficient and quick way of service and maintain the excellent standard of the brand. This is because researchers will differentiate between how people respond to new technologies and how they would be happy if it is used for a long term to get a deeper understanding. As the study finds a positive relationship between distribution channels and the performance of the organization, then the study recommends that companies need to develop a very efficient distribution channel to boost their product's smooth distribution in the safest manner to the customer. The study further recommends that this can be achieved by efficient planning and thus boost the distribution, controlling the distribution channels. So in addition, the researchers also recommend that McDonald's Jones should increase the numbers of tables and chairs. This is to put consideration that their dining area is a small that only caters 10 to 15 customers without distance of 2 meters away from each other. They must have opened their second floor dining area to attract more customers. McDonald's Jones should maintain the ambience of their environment by providing adequate level of temperature for the customer's wellness and comfort. So, the researchers recommend the organization to maintain the cleanliness of their environment as they have been effective on following safety and health protocols by the local government of Cebu City for the greater good of all. That would be all. This is now the ending part of the video. We would like to give thanks or deepest gratitude to the president of the university, Dr. Rosin Ancheta, to our advisor for this business research. We would like to say thank you, Ma'am Loleta Villeta, for guiding us and giving your everything. To my co-researchers, thank you so much, guys. To the Restaurant General Manager, RGM, Miss Juliet Gabot, thank you so much, ma'am, for giving us a privilege to conduct a study despite of these trying times in McDonald's Jones. So we hope that the recommendations, action plans will be able to help future researchers, will be able to help entrepreneurs, businesses, and most especially in the McDonald's Jones. It will be applied potential strategies right now in the post-pandemic global condition. Thank you so much and God bless you all.